My take on yesterday, Mr. Sharpe, dressed so sharply today, was that Kyrie and LeBron and Dan Gilbert were all acting like three little kids taunting each other, sending subtle and not so subtle messages back and forth, nah, 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 I got you. No, nah, 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 I got you.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, here we go. So the not so subtle shot was first fired by one Kyrie Irving as he sat on his jet returning from China to the United States, singing, "I'm coming home." Don't tell me he wasn't taking a direct shot at LeBron James. And I'm going to tell you again, Kyrie Irving never got over what happened on July the 11th of 2014 when the bombshell was dropped in Sports Illustrated by LeBron with the big headline, "I'm coming home." Last line of that piece written by Lee Jenkins through LeBron's voice was, "I'm coming home." And Kyrie was rocked by that because just 11 days earlier on July 1st, Kyrie had committed, he thought that he had a promise. He had verbally committed with Dan Gilbert, "I'm yours for the next 5 years. But in return, I want to promise that I'm going to be the man for the next 5 years." And you know, and I know what happened 11 days later. And again, I can't condemn Dan Gilbert for not saying no to LeBron James because you can't say no to LeBron coming home. But that didn't change things for Kyrie Irving, who lost a lot of trust and respect for Dan Gilbert at that point. And so he is clearly mocking LeBron James at this point. He's making fun of "I'm coming home" because he wants to burn the bridge completely to the ground, not only between him and LeBron, but between him and Dan Gilbert. He wants everybody to know it's impossible, that he is done with Dan Gilbert and LeBron and all things Cleveland Cavaliers. He's out. There's no, even though he's under contract for 2 more years, he just wants it known through that. Again, that's a not so subtle message.
Subtle.
No, it's not so subtle.
Subliminal.
That he's done with LeBron James. Yeah, he's coming
Cryptic.
home. Yeah, he wants to get out of home. And that leads us to, of course, and I should mention this real quickly. Our man Rob Parker did report yesterday on the show that his source in Cleveland had told him, and I do know his source, that Kyrie was stung a year ago because Dan Gilbert did listen to LeBron and include Kyrie in a potential trade for Chris Paul to come to Cleveland. And I get that, but I've told you, I have a source very close to Kyrie who's told me that was just part of a bigger picture of what happened on July 11, 2014, what happened last year, and what happened again this year when Kyrie's name was concluded in a lot of trade scenarios this year.
Yes.
So it was 3 times that Kyrie says, "I'm done with Dan Gilbert. I just don't trust him anymore, and I want out," which leads us back to LeBron James. What was his basic response? LeBron goes to Las Vegas to work out with Derrick Rose and Eric Bledsoe, who, by the way, is a client of the ironically called Clutch Sports.
Clutch.
I don't know who Clutch is. Who's Clutch in that group?
With a K.
I mean, Maverick is Clutch, Maverick Carter, and I think Rich Paul's pretty clutch in the deals he makes, but the guy who runs the company, the CEO, I'm not sure about his clutch.
Rich Paul is the CEO.
You know? Oh, is he? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I think there's another CEO. LeBron James made sure that it was leaked to an ESPN reporter that, hey, I'm going to Las Vegas. They could have done it on the slide. They could have done it secretly, but he wants it out there. I'm going to go work out with my 2 new running mates, Derrick Rose and the guy that I want us to trade for, because who's the most obvious trade partner out there for the Cleveland Cavaliers right now? It's Phoenix. They've got all the young firepower, right? They got tradable assets. Yes, you do.
No, we don't.
LeBron wants Eric Bledsoe. I'm sure he'd love to have Josh Jackson. Would they throw in Josh Jackson? They say they won't, but who knows? With Kyrie on the table?
We'll take Booker.
Okay.
We'll take Booker and Bledsoe.
Right. Well, and I'm sure at this moment, as we speak, Dan Gilbert is asking for both of those. And Phoenix is saying no, but maybe we'll think about Josh Jackson. I don't know if they will, but again, I would think about giving Josh Jackson and Eric Bledsoe for Kyrie because Kyrie's a bad man.
He is. He's special.
He's a bad man.
Yeah, he is.
So LeBron wanted the message out there to Kyrie is, I've moved on. I'm going to go work out in Las Vegas, and I'm going to make sure that it gets posted on ESPN.com that I'm working out with my new guy, Derrick Rose, and the guy that I want to be my new point guard in Eric Bledsoe. Way to go, LeBron. That's just nah. See, I got my new guys. I'm in Las Vegas, and it's all over the news. Yes, it is. He wanted it out there, which brings us full circle to Dan Gilbert, who volunteers in his little media session yesterday. I will say that Indiana could have done better, meaning that obviously they say that a trade was on the table, that it had been verbally agreed upon by Kevin Pritchard, the GM of the Indiana Pacers, that would have brought Paul George to Cleveland and sent Kevin Love to Denver, right?
Yep.
And now you are openly admitting, sort of rubbing it in, just to save your own face, that you wanted to trade Kevin Love. How would you feel if you're Kevin Love right now? That your owner GM is just basically saying, boy, the better deal for us would have been if we had gotten rid of Kevin Love and gotten in Paul George.
You should feel bad because nobody wanted you. That's what you should feel bad about.
Oh, so how would you feel if you're Kevin Love and you were all but traded? Now, would you want to go back and play for the Cavaliers? I wouldn't.
He should feel bad after scoring 9 points in game 3 and 6 points in game 5. He should feel terrible.
Yet he's
awful.
the same Kevin Love that you said you would not trade straight up for Carmelo Anthony.
I wouldn't.
Wow, that doesn't make a lot of sense.
That's two separate things.
Oh, is it?
Paul George and Carmelo are two different people.
Oh, so you're saying Paul George is way better than Carmelo Anthony?
I would take Paul George currently over Carmelo Anthony.
I would not. I would not. You have not seen the best of what's left of Carmelo Anthony until he would be reunited with a better player such as LeBron James.
I mean, the last bit of meat in the pot is good. I mean, you might, cause think about it. That's the best part. Don't nobody want anything. You know the Skip. Ernestine, now you eating, you got a big old piece of fish, and you eating it. Waits, and Ernestine will wait till you get to the almost last bite. Skip, can I have a bite? No, you can't have a bite.
Well, she knows that's the rule. I mean, if I order a piece of fish, I order it because I need the whole piece of fish.
Skip,
she's not going to get a bite of it. But she knew that from the start. I mean, that's just the way it works.
Ernestine.
I don't ask for a bite of hers.
Ernestine.
She cooked fish last night. She cooked salmon, and it was just for herself.
I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Make you cook your own food.
She did offer me a bite, but I was going to bed. I'd already eaten a long time ago. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so let me get this right. You said Dan Gilbert had promised Kyrie when he signed that contract, he was going to be the face of the team. That correct? And what are promises like, Skip? What I tell you my grandfather say promises? I like pie crust, thin and easily broken.
Yeah.
So you got a chance. Okay, Kyrie, you're going to be the face of the team. But then here come this old basketball dribbling fool with two finals wins on his resume and 4 MVPs.
Yep.
Hey.
Mr. Unclutched.
Well, hold on, Skip. Hold on. Now. The guy come dribbling the basketball down the street. Yeah. Now, you are little what, Skip? Let's put it like in this context. You know how you play, blacktop basketball, you choose in size. And you might have already told a guy, okay, I got you. But here come the baddest dude on the planet dribbling. You know he's special. 4 MVPs, 2 final MVPs, 4 straight finals. He dribbling the basketball. Who got next? Oh, I'm going to pick you. And that's all Dan Gilbert did, Skip.